Scene 3B, take 3. Take 1. Just 1.
Summer session has probably been one of the best experiences I've had.
It's a really intense feeling to be just surrounded by people who find the same passion as me, and it feels like I'm home.
I've made a lot of new friends. I've learned a lot.
I came here more of as a learning experience to see if this was more of a hobby or something I wanted to do later in life, and I'm going away with it definitely knowing that this is something I would like to do.
I've been at UNCSA a lot before, so it's really nice to see it from a different perspective.
I came here to make a film, and I successfully did, and it's just a really good feeling.
I almost feel like the second time coming, it's even better.
My favorite thing so far is probably working on set with everybody from my section.
Just being around others who you can communicate with, and you all have the same passion, so everyone wants to be there. It's just a great atmosphere to be in.
I've been able to work in all the different jobs that you have on a film set. I've done everything from being a boom operator to directing. It's given me an appreciation for all of those different things because I never really realized just quite how difficult it is to operate the camera or, hold the boom steady and everything.
I made a lot of good friends and bonds over the 5 weeks too.
I really liked screenwriting, because now I can say I wrote a screenplay, which I hadn't done that before, and that was cool.
I'm just so amazed to see that there is a community out there that has the same dreams as me and wants to achieve them as much or even more than me.
I like my section. They're fun. They're nice people.
So much fun. Weird, but fun. They're so weird.
Crazy bunch, to say the least.
I've heard past section 1 has been a crazy section, and I feel like we aren't helping that situation.
Section 1 is the most probably vibrant.
My section is annoying and loud and unorganized, but when it comes down to what needs to get done, we can get it done fairly quickly.
Sometimes they scared me a little bit.
Obviously, we've had some arguments, conflicts, but we've gotten through them, and that's just part of it.
My TA is really funny. He keeps us going. He gets us to get the job done. When stuff gets out of hand, he just brings us all back together and we just get it done.
Pretty wild and smart if they want to be.
My section is great. It's like-minded people, and I love it.
We all work with each other pretty great. We all became friends relatively fast.
We're all very supportive of each other, and we're all trying to make each other's movie before our own movie.
I've had ups and downs with my section, but I've still enjoyed it.
My students are very rowdy.
I think Carol has this sort of Mother Goose kind of calming effect on her children in her section.
Our TA, Carol, is wonderful, so I love being around her and everything, even when she snaps at me when I say something stupid.
They're great kids. They're very artistic, and they are very mature for their age.
I was blown away by how good their stories were and how fast they were in the software, even though some of them had never used a software before in their life. They were very efficient.
And they love talking constantly. The films that the students are creating are far beyond what I expected from them.
My section, I really like it. I think there's a good atmosphere.
The students in my section were great. They were really enthusiastic.
The people in my section are a lot of fun to be around with.
A couple of really good scripts out of that section.
Section 3 is good.
The mischievous bunch. Definitely the ones that like to wander from desk to desk and see what was up with each project.
Section 3 is made up of some kids that don't always like to play by the rules.
My TA is a great leader.
He was really informative and really cool about everything.
If I ever had questions, he was there to answer them.
I think I asked them, do you want to go to film school? And all of them at least said, yeah, I might go to film school, which is great. That's what I do, and that's, I think, why they came here, is because they had an interest in it.
I really like my section. I think we have one of the better sections because we all work together as a really good team.
My section does a great job of working together, and everybody in there is just really good and gets along well.
They were very good listeners. They understood and respected the medium a lot and what I was trying to do with them.
They've had some of the most impressive movies this summer session so far.
Everybody is very hardworking and very devoted to their films and their filmmaking.
My favorite TA, I think, is probably Cole. He's a really great guy, very easy to relate to, knows so much about movies. You can hold a conversation with him for an hour.
Sometimes I would go to a script from Section 4 if I wanted to read something that was a little unorthodox, like someone eating their mother in stew, or a guy whose fingers were hot dogs, the dude trapped in the bathroom with a typewriter and a toilet.
There were times where I was, kind of jealous of some of their work. I was like, wow, this is better than anything I'll ever do. Thanks, kids.
My section is great. I have the best section, Section 5.
They're really enthusiastic, and that's great. They can be a handful sometimes, but the enthusiasm is what keeps them going.
We were really close even on the first day, and then we just continuously got closer.
The number of times I have to tell them to shut up is a little ridiculous.
Section 5 had some very serious filmmakers in it and some very unserious filmmakers in it, and so they had this strange dynamic of I could never quite tell what their set was going to be like when I walked on there. Section 5 could go either way.
They were very respectful. They had good set etiquette, which I noticed.
They themselves were not mischievous, but their movies definitely were.
Adam, he's really great. He's hilarious. He's a fantastic actor, and he's taught me a lot of very important things towards filmmaking, and he showed me a lot of cool stuff.
Whenever someone starts freaking out or doesn't know what to do, he's definitely been right there to help us out.
I've actually been really impressed. There have been some that have made me laugh really hard. There have been some that have made me think a lot. Some that have actually genuinely moved me, which is rare in a high school film.
Section 6, we're supposed to be the advanced filmmakers, but everyone seems to know what they're talking about, and we can work together well.
I really feel like our group is sort of working as like a sort of a team.
My students are very capable. I've been very proud to work with them.
Section 6 was hyper. They were just wild. A lot of them were returners, so they knew what was going on and a little too well.
I feel like my group is just like a lot more involved this year.
We're like one big happy family.
They're very knowledgeable and they're all nice.
Section 6 is my new family. I'm adopting them all.
I learned a lot from them, actually, probably more so than I taught them.
Jesse's great. He really knows what he's talking about. He's very experienced.
His attitude and his care really make him a great influence on us all.
The films that my section made are turning out really good from what I've seen so far. A lot of comedies, a lot of the scripts were really funny to begin with, and I know when we were shooting, I think most of them translated pretty well.
My least favorite is probably boom operating.
Boom.
Maybe boom operator.
Boom op.
Boom.
Gripping, I think.
Grip. Boom operator.
Boom operator.
Boom op.
Boom op.
Booming.
Grip.
Boom operator.
Holding the boom. Boom op.
The grip is really tiring.
Grip.
A grip, I guess.
Sound mixer.
Boom opping.
Sound mixing.
Sound.
Boom operator.
Boom operator.
Script supervisor, because I hate words a lot.
Script supervisor.
Well, I could say grip.
Grip.
Gaffer. Gaffer.
Lighting.
Being a grip is kind of boring.
Grip. Because I'm just sitting around carrying things.
I used to watch movies and not really understand what direction really did.
When they make a movie, like, it takes a lot of more people, and I appreciate more of like the smaller roles.
Here, like, I actually get to like work with people, collaborate, throw ideas back and forth, and come up with something better than I would have alone.
You put in a lot of work, and you get out what you put into it. So if you put in a lot of work and stuff, then you feel like you've learned a lot.
It's a collaborative effort, and I'm used to doing things, on my own and just taking full control, and sometimes you have to step back.
I probably wouldn't have gotten where I did had it not been from the advice of my peers in my section.
5 weeks seems like a long time and you're not sure if you want to do it, But once you're near the end, it actually seems like that went by pretty fast.
This shouldn't be the beginning and the end of their film careers, you know. I mean, this is a great place to start out with, and if they like their films, that's good. They should continue to work hard to make better ones. It doesn't mean it's the end. You should keep going, because the next one will always be better.
You are most definitely going to be amateur for like the first few tries of it, so you're going to need practice.
From day one, you know, you see these kids so scared, and I relate so much because I was that kid. And then seeing them do it, you know, with success, it makes me feel good.
I'm walking away from this camp having walked into an entirely new world. It's like walking out of a family. Only having 5 weeks, it felt like a year. The bonds made and the friendships had, it's only the surface of this entire industry.
Expect the unexpected. You have no idea what is gonna happen here.
I was pleasantly surprised by how much I really took away from them.
It's really life-changing, if anything. I'm gonna miss them, to be truthful.
It's gonna suck leaving.
If I could come back, I would.
I want to do it again.
Thank you for making this a very great summer.